Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Don't mind me, last time we actually almost completed Dungeon 7. The only thing we still need to do is the boss. So we're going to be using this introduction of the episode to actually get towards the boss. We already know where it's going to be. In this staircase room. There's not just a whole lot of whiz ropes and staircases, but also the boss door. So make your way towards the southeast of the room, and then actually go past the south corridor, and you will actually meet up with the boss door. So far, we've been doing nothing but beating classical Zelda bosses in this game. Here in the Explorer's Crypt, that is not going to be any different. Another very famous Zelda boss. Also made an appearance in Tears of the Kingdom again in a very awesome way. But now we are actually going to be fighting Gleeok, the Oracle variant of Gleeok, the three-headed dragon from the first Zelda game, who is just beyond awesome in Tears of the Kingdom, but here he functions a bit more like the traditional one. The multi-headed dragon that you simply need to hit multiple times on the head. A sword is going to be good enough for that. Way too easy. Indeed, way too easy. That was not everything. There's more we need to do. The moment we actually destroy his head, the bones of his body will actually come to life, and we need to do a new part of the fight, you might say. He's going to be running around the room, crashing, and we can actually use our rockscape in order to avoid his earthquake attack. That was Gleeok. We'll be meeting again later. Next heart container will actually put our heart total to 14. 2 full rows. Or are they full rows? We know better, don't we? We know there's still one more dungeon we need to do. We are also not completing Pieces of Heart yet. But we do have the next Essence of Nature. We get the Seed of Life, an Essence of Nature. Life begins anew when birds carry this, the Seed of Life, to new lands. 7 out of 8. And 15 out of 16 if you count both of the games. Where do we need to go next? Say, Treecks. The Seed of Life has given me new strength. Now, for the last Essence of Nature. But, this time I saw no dreams. So, I rely on you, Treecks. It is somewhere in Holodrum. Good luck. Yeah, what a surprise. Just like in Oracle of Ages, we're once again not going to get any hint on where we need to go next. We need to find that out all by ourselves. But hopefully that is not going to be a problem. What is going to be a problem is the Piece of Heart. We do know there's actually one over here. We also know we need Autumn in order to get it. Oh, speaking of getting stuff. Thank you for the ring. We're not hunting for Pieces of Hearts anymore when it comes to Gasha nuts. But we do still need that other one. It's actually in the graveyard. But luckily, now we have the solution. The Rock's Cape. Remember that cave? That was actually underneath the graveyard. And there was a pit over there that was too far to jump. Guess what? Now we have a way to actually jump further. Let's make our way back towards the tree stump. And change the season into our beloved autumn. Something it still officially is. I'm actually recording this episode earlier, of course, but I know it's also going to upload in autumn. This is going to be in December, but still in the autumn part of December. And not in the winter part. So, go in this cave. It's pretty obvious that that's indeed what we need to do. Now that we have a way to cross 3 space gaps, we can actually get past here. And that way, we actually come out of this well. I did promise you would actually use that later on. The only way to actually get into the graveyard during autumn. When mushrooms are actually ripe for picking. However, the Rod of Seasons cannot be used to actually pick mushrooms. So that we need the power bracelet. Piece of Heart number 11 in this game. Only one more to find. Guess where that is going to be. There's not a whole lot of areas we need to check out. We have both the Piece of Heart from Maple and the Gasha nut already, so not that difficult to figure out, I guess. What we are going to do next is taking care of our business in Horon village. I've actually done another secret in the meantime. The one we actually needed to do at the library in Labrina. And of course I've also got a bunch of rings. And I might actually get another one if Maple's actually nice to me today. Boom. You keep on actually dropping my magic potion. You are mean. And people always say Maple's a very reliable source to get yourself some rare rings, but she simply does not like me, I'm pretty sure. But I've got plenty of other rings. Rang Ring level 1, that one is new. Able to increase our boomerang damage if we actually equip this one. And our boomerang's already pretty powerful, so it's a good ring, definitely. Second one, here we have the Blast Ring. That one is actually comparable, also an item upgrade. This will actually increase the output damage of our bombs. Perhaps these two rings are actually part of a set. 2 new ones at least, that is awesome. Third ring that I have. Power Ring level 1. Well, that one I've been using since the beginning of the game, so you know we have that one. And the final one is the Zora Ring, yet again. This one is definitely from the Gasha nut we just picked up. And those kind of rings usually tend to be repeats, especially if you already have most of them in this game. So, with that quickly taken care of, next order of business, Maku Tree. And most of all the Oracle of Secrets living within him. But first we're going to check out the top of the Maku Tree again. After doing another dungeon, another part should be opened up by now. Should also be able to see the seed that he's growing in the meantime. It's not going to be ready, of course. Below the fairy fountain. For that we still need one more essence of nature, and then we're going to be able to use the seed. In the meantime, we can only use the Gasha seed. However, I don't think I want to. Gasha seeds only give me rings that I already have. Don't like you, stupid Gasha seeds. I want to talk to Furore. I do like her. Next secret. The Eyeglass Library actually gave us a very powerful new shield. And that is something I also want in this game. 6, lowercase h, capital L, left case, lowercase s. And boom! We get the Mirror Shield. Level 3 shield. So, with that we only have one more secret to do in this game. It is a secret we can technically already get. And I can actually already tell you. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned it last time. It's going to be in the Hero Cave. But the Hero Cave we're going to be doing after Dungeon 8, so... Even that secret that we're able to find halfway through, we're not going to pick up quickly, even though it is tempting. It is going to be a very good reward, so... But anyway, next up we're going to check out this area over here. See? One place in the overworld that is not explored yet, so... I'm not even too sure why the game is bothering saying I'm not going to give you a hint on where Dungeon 8 is going to be. I think we can actually make a pretty good guess. So, shall we actually head there and try to find out why that area is still not checked off our map? The entrance is going to be in Holodrum Plain. So I think this tree in North Horon is going to be the quickest way to get there. Oh, nice sword you have there, Link. I'm not able to kill you, but I can actually knock you away. Cross the bridge into Holodrum Plain, and then actually head upwards. And this way we're going to be entering the grounds where the Temple of Seasons used to be. Even the final dungeon has to be here. Let's go grab our swords. Darknuts are a bit too scary to actually tackle with a Rod of Seasons. Ball and Chain Trooper. Cling! Now, let's go grab our cape, because, of course, this is where we need to go. A 3 space gap. This area is going to be locked for us if we have not beaten Dungeon 7 yet. This has got to be where we need to go. And we will find out that this is indeed where the Temple of Seasons is supposed to be. But we know it is no longer here. General Onyx actually put it into Subrosia. First, let's go over here. It's not per se going to be necessary, but this is going to be how this area connects towards Goron Mountain. Remember this area? This Gashnot is here for a long while, but I already got the piece of heart at some point, and therefore I did not bother checking all of my other trees anymore. Hello! I think I need to start a rant about levers again. Stupid, annoying enemies. That's all that they are. But anyway, back to business. There's still a chest we need to pick up over here. For that one, the Rock's Cape was also required. It's not going to be a very important chest. It's not going to be a piece of heart or anything, but at least it's going to be a Gacha seed or a ring. Right over there. This is actually a gap we were not able to cross earlier. Next we need to actually blow this rock up. That's going to hurt us, I'm pretty sure. I could actually quickly jump out of the way, but I don't feel like actually switching my sword. And indeed, it turns out to be a ring. Like I said, nothing too important. Rings is never something I actually cared about in this game. Just a couple of them. But actually going for every single ring in both of the games, which you're of course only able to do if you play them linked. And that is something, if I'm actually completely honest about it, that I've never done in my life. Never actually went for all of the rings in both of the games. I think that system of getting all of them is a bit too luck-based, and therefore never really interested me. What does interest me is actually... oh, that was one smart Lionel. But like I was trying to say, what does interest me is completing the game and getting everything else 100%. And in order to do that, we need to start looking for that final dungeon in the game. In the location where the Temple of Seasons used to be. There's also going to be a portal right now. I think that one is going to be very important. But of course, we need to actually struggle our way past another Seasons puzzle. This area is once again going to be like the Tarm Ruins. An area where we need to change the seasons constantly in order to find our way through here. Now, with winter, too much snow, we're not going to be able to get past everywhere, so we're changing it into autumn. And that way we're going to try again. Heading left. Now, with this area actually covered in leaves, we're not going to be able to fall through the pits. If you go here in any other season, there's going to be pits here, even in winter, so don't even try. And then we're able to actually get past here. Next section. Blue Tektites. Easy enemies. Heading towards the next stump in this place. A lot of seasons, and now we want to change the season into... winter, apparently. So, let's go do that. And then actually move on. Because, yeah, now we need to actually walk over a pile of snow. And that way we're still able to stay on the same height. And get past these rocks to the vortex. And why do we actually need this vortex? Well, that's a good question. If we try to move on in this place, we will find out the temple grounds are going to be nothing but a dead end. There's no way to get all the way across the temple grounds. There's something else we need to do first. Looks like to be the northwest of Subrosia, but not completely the northwest. We are a bit more east. And here, there's actually only one thing to do, namely go in this cave. Oh, huh? Hey, hey, that was my shield. And how did you get that flute? Okay, this is random. Some Subrosian is actually throwing random items in a pool of lava. This shoots off huge fireworks. Fireworks, eh? Well, all the things you're throwing in are not actually helping getting some fireworks. But I have an item that will. And then the volcano will erupt. All of them. And not just in Subrosia, it will also affect the temple grounds, creating a lot of open areas. Precisely what we needed in order to get through. This will actually clean up all of the dead end areas, even though it will also make it harder to traverse the place. Hey, you did it! Cool! Yeah, I know. Here, have a bomb. Now, let's try to go back and actually take a look on how the place looks now. Things have changed. There's going to be a lot of lava. Like I said, it is going to make some areas a lot more difficult to traverse, but it is indeed required to do. Don't go try to actually finish this area without first making this volcano erupt. Now let's go into this cave over here. Thank you for knocking me into that pit. It's my own fault for actually standing too close, I know. And hey, look what we have here. A puzzle that is way too easy because we have the Rock's Cape. And find the final piece of heart in this game. Normally it's not the final one that you find. Usually you still have to do the maple one or the gashnut one. But I got both of them already, so... We are done collecting pieces of hearts in both Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. One of the first things we can actually scratch when it comes to complete Oracle games. That aspect is... Oh, my sword is not on the B button. My apologies. But that aspect is actually complete now. We've got all of the pieces of heart. Now, in order to fill out the rows completely, all 16 hearts, we still need that heart container from the final dungeon. First, we need to find it. This is the area where the Temple of Seasons used to be, but there's no way that was the only thing that was here. Next tree stump. Let's go change the season again. We've already seen 2 of them in this area, but now we need to change it to summer. Let's continue like this. Hi, Mr. Lionel. If only you guys died this quickly in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. This blue one is a lot more strong, of course, but you can actually knock him into the lava, and he's still not going to be a problem. Let's go climb up here. Make sure not to fall into the lava. The Rock's Cape is not per se more easy to jump with. The Rock's Feather definitely had more control than the Rock's Cape has. How do we get through here? Looks like this is going to be a magnet cave. Let's go stand over here. Grab our magnetic glove. And that way get past this pit. Also one over here. Bye, Mr. Sol. Thank you for being an idiot. Rock pushing puzzle. Nope. Oh, need to push this one, of course. And then... Yeah, like this. This one actually gave me trouble. And this one... I cannot push the right one up, because that will actually block the one on the left over there. So we need to do it like so. Easy. Oh, Lionel ambush. It would be so fun to actually face more than one Lionel at once in Breath of the Wild, actually. Okay, let's go see where this actually leads. There's one giant pathway, but so far a mystery where we're actually heading. We are going to be able to put a lot of enemies in pits, at least. Where they belong. At the bottom of a pit. Oh, and there I go myself. But luckily I'm going to be able to climb back out again. No hearts. Okay, no full health. Does not matter. Now entering on the other side again. And we can go even further to the left. This over here is going to be a shortcut down, in case you're actually done here. But we are only going to get started, so... Not interested in going back down. What we are interested in is this shrine over here. This is going to be our end goal. This is what we were aiming for. If you go in here, we will find out there's actually a vortex here. A portal back into Subrosia. And this is probably going to be the most important portal we have seen so far going into Subrosia. Because this is actually the only way to get to the far northwest area of Subrosia. So, actually getting towards these 3 screens, all the way at the northwest of Subrosia, we can only do by this portal. Sometimes I do have a feeling that these trees are destroyable by one way or another, but they are actually not. And this is our only way to get to this side of Subrosia. And guess what is going to be here? A very weird looking volcano. It actually has eyes that will follow us around. But that we already know from statues that always appear at the entrance of dungeons. Perhaps this is actually also the entrance of a dungeon. Hey, Princess Zelda. Zelda, no! Zelda, no! Don't leave the refuge! Not now! Let go of me! I cannot stand by while people live in fear of destruction. No matter how frightening it is, you must not lose hope. Hope is the one thing that can lead you to peace. Zelda is also going to get in action now that we enter the final dungeon of the Oracle games, the Sword and Shield Maze. Very trippy music. And a very trippy place, if I do say so myself. I must say I love the music. I love things that are trippy actually, so... Next time, we are going to get started with the final dungeon. Not just in Oracle of Seasons, but in the Oracle series in general. It is going to be the most difficult dungeon we have seen so far, that I can already promise you. Definitely also the longest one, actually. So see you folks next time in The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons Part 22, the beginning of Level 8. Treecks out! Thank you for watching.